What's good, everyone? Peace and blessings. What's going on? Check it out. First off, I want to thank everybody for taking this time out of your day. Hope that you're having an amazing evening. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. I know this is kind of not normal to see me come in on a Sunday evening doing this pop up, pop in, and pop out. Listen, I'm only coming on to give you a reminder, right? We're closing out this year, 2021. This is a harvesting season, a harvesting time where now we just came out of a harvesting season, right? That's your harvest. Now you have to go gather. This is when your overflow transpires, right? This is when that kicks in. And tomorrow, which will be the first, for those people that know, sometimes in order to get more, you have to be willing to do more, right? And for those that don't know, my name is Adonis Johnson. I'm your self-empowerment coach. What I look to do when I come on to this broadcast is self-empower you to be a better you. I know today is the Lord's Day for many people, Sabbath day, and it's not about you. It's really about the Lord, the God, right? It's about honoring Him, praising Him, and magnifying Him, and giving Him glory, and all those beautiful things. And we look to do that. And I don't want to take away from that, right? So I come on at this particular time to remind those I will be fasting tomorrow. Okay, whether you choose to join me in with me or not, that's totally up to you. But in order for me to be a leader, I believe I must lead from the front. Many of you have to lead from the front when it comes down to the things that you look to do in the future. How do you know what tomorrow looks like is based on what you do today. So I hope you don't let today go away wondering, going out, having a good time, or going to enjoy yourself, watching a football game for some people. For others, you're taking your children, going out, getting a little candy and things. I'm not going to act like I didn't do those things growing up, right? I wasn't out throwing eggs at cars and people and having egg fights, our block against your block. That's the games we came up with, right? We didn't have the centers that everybody keeps talking about we need. People didn't want to go to the basketball court. No, we wanted to go in the neighborhoods and we wanted to go test some stuff up. We wanted to go pop some people in the head with eggs and things, right? Well, that's what was going on in my environment. That's the game we played. You get off the bus or something, throw eggs at that person, right? And just crack them and make them chase you, right? That's the game we played. Well, right now, we're playing a game, and this game is called life, but we recognize life can be very, very tricky, especially if you never experienced what life should be and it could be, especially if you was more involved and more engaged. I, Adonis D. Johnson, I believe in leading from the front, right? But I don't look to lead by myself. There's an army out here that's rising up to break some chains. I look for the warriors because I am a warrior. I have a warrior mindset. I have a warrior spirit. And that does not mean that I'm just some little hooligan here proclaiming different things, right? But I don't want people to be judgmental. And if they do, judge us for the right reasons, not for the wrong reason. I believe that I shouldn't have to overlook myself. I believe that I should be able to empower myself in the presence of others that's looking for the exact same thing. I don't look to take away from anyone. I only look to add to. That's why we lead leaders to leaders. Sometimes you have to be the leader. We spend a lot of time looking for someone else to show us the way, looking for someone else to make choices and decisions for us. We come out of the womb into this world that we've been living in, watching everyone else, right? Watching what they say, do, watching, not watching what they say do, but listening to what they say do. We don't really know what people do. We don't know what people do behind closed doors, right? People say they pray for you. I'm praying for you. And it's like, do you know I'm behind on my bills? Do you know that I struggle with abuse? Do you know that I'm mentally abused, emotionally abused? Do you know that I don't have a job right now? Do you know that I'm fighting some type of disease or sickness right now? Do you know that people walked out of my life and left me here thinking that it was my fault. I was the blame. I'm the reason. I'm not good enough. Do you know that I deal with identity of who I am and whom's I am? The world is so confusing. It's noisy, right? Do you know I was double crossed by people I put most of my trust into? But that's no excuse, right? We can't play victim right now. What we can do is open our eyes, recall what transpired, recall what happened, recall did we get out of this particular thing, right? To be delivered from something is to address what it is that got you involved in whatever it is that got you involved in. And looking at that circumstances, it was built on choices and decisions, whether we made one or we didn't make one. No decision is a decision. No choice is a choice. Someone will tell your story if you're not willing to tell it for yourself. So me personally, I think by developing this leadership broadcast, I just want people to know real quick, fast, in a hurry. I'm only here not to waste your time, but hopefully that we can use your time wisely and just think about yourself for a minute. Remove all the things, the titles, remove the position, remove tomorrow, remove yesterday, remove the male, remove the female, remove anything that might hinder you at this point that will keep you from going forward right now. You are a spirit operating in a human body, all right? But the way we start out into this world is we a human body, and we're looking for a spirit. We're looking for the spirit, right? What's the spirit? How should I feel when somebody do me wrong? Well, you need to forgive. Well, what does forgiving look like, right? You need God. Then what does God look like? You need everything except, why can't I just be myself? So I fast, and in my fasting, I fast for friends. I fast for relationship. I fast for clarity that some people just don't know. You don't know what you don't know. And when you stop and you put an end to some of the things that you can do, right, but you just choose not to do, it allows you to think. It allows you to see exactly where you're going, where you can be, and what you can accomplish. If you will ground yourself and find out exactly what is God's purpose in your life for being here on earth at this present time, right? And the only way to predict what's going to happen tomorrow is based on what you're going to do today. So I'm hoping that with this broadcast, I can reach you at a point to let you know that this is about self-empowerment. This is about self-encouragement. This is about leadership. But when you're looking around to see who is the leader, it's you. But if nobody's going to invest into you, nobody's going to make deposits into you, if nobody's going to assist you, then you will be looking at everyone else that don't care about you, right? And I'm not going to say that they're supposed to care about you. It's your job to care about you. It's your job to love you. I'm sure this stuff seems familiar, but it's not. It's unfamiliar because you told to overlook yourself. You're trying to overlook yourself. We use words all the time. So we learn words. And growing up in grammar school, in college, in high school, these words is called spelling words. And when you have spelling words, if you look at the word spell, whatever you speak, you can manifest. And for some of us, we do not speak nice when it comes down to ourselves, but we will speak over someone else. We will tell someone what their problem is, what they need to do, what they should do. This is why this happened to you. And it really hurts to hear somebody speaking these things because you don't want to speak over yourself. So instead, what do? You defend yourself. You defend yourself. So what I want to do is challenge you by giving you a word of the day, right? The word of the day that I did not give you is called self-centered. So tomorrow I'll be fasting from 6 to 6. Liquid only, right? Liquid only. No peppermint. Do not chew a bubble gum. That's how I do it. And when God makes that deposit, I believe it's not only makes me a better leader, it makes me a better person, a better human being for the people that even listen to me or engage with me. Whether you are the giver or whether you're the receiver, you still need to have something called a relationship. The word for tomorrow as well as today. What you do today dictates tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be fast from 6 to 6. 12 hours, liquid only. That word I'll be meditating on, I'll be focusing on is self-centered. Why do we need to be self-centered? I think we need to be self-centered is to be grounded. To be grounded is to be able to see right as well as left, hot as well as cold. Why? Because if you choose to go right, you still need to know the consequences of going left. Why do you need to know both sides? Because some people only choose one side, right? We go this way. We look for the right answer. Well, some of us are receiving the wrong answers, right? We're getting the wrong answers for the wrong reason. So, but when you're self-centered, you're able to make a quality choice. You're able to make a decision, right? You're able to look at things and view things. Now, once you understand this thing that's we're requesting right now in this gathering time, to be self-centered allows you to know what you need just as much as what you do not need. What you should say just as what you shouldn't say. What you shouldn't say is just as important as what you should say. Yes, you might go right, but someone else might go left. And in their going left, they will make the mistake that you did not make because they was not self-centered. Self-centered is such an amazing self-affirmation. It will assist you with your walk moving forward. But I wanted to deposit that word into you. So tomorrow when you fast, if you fast, and if you do not fast, do not worry about it. I'm fasting on your behalf. And being that you connected to me, you will have a friend, you will have a coach, you will have a author that you know, you will have an entrepreneur, you will have someone in your life that is self-centered. If I'm self-centered, then I look to make you self-centered as well. There's no need for me to just be self-centered by myself. We need to have some type of balance. We need some type of structure. We need some type of guidance. We need some tools. We need some things that will help us navigate through this thing, through this jungle, through these streets, through this wilderness called life. Now, self-centered sounds like a little bitty old word, but it has so much power in it. But I can tell you, when it comes down to manifesting who you really are, right? The only word that we really use in our vocabulary that dealt with the word self will be selfish, right? Selfish, meaning you're selfish, you're selfish. So when you receive that word when you was in your youth, right? Some people, you can still be an adult and still be in your youth. Still thinking, oh, I'm selfish. They said I was selfish. And that's why some of us give everything away, because we was taught that if we keep things to ourselves, then we're selfish. If we don't share this word, then we're selfish, right? And selfish has now become a negative word. It's a bad word. You shouldn't be selfish. Just because I told you no, do not make me selfish. But you can't explain something to a person that do not want you to explain something to them. You cannot help someone that do not think they need help. You cannot assist someone that know they need assistance, but they don't want it from you. You cannot assist, help, participate in relationships with people in life. At this moment, I'm asking you to make a decision. Be self-centered. Figure out who it is that needs to be with you at this point during this fast. 12 hours, 6 to 6. First, every hour represent a month. We're going into the 11th month, the number 11. We're going into the 11th month. So every hour is a moment that we can thank God that he got you through January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. We are in the fourth quarter. We're closing out 2021. We need to close out stronger by remembering why we started this year in the first place. The goals, the visions. I'll talk about this more on a Mighty Monday Meltdown, which takes place in the 7 o'clock hour. We are ahead of ourselves right now. We are in the right place at the right time for the right reason, right? All the way up into November. Once we get to the last 2 hours, which is the last 2 hours of the fast, which will be those last 2 hours represents November and December, meaning it's ahead. So we need to shift the focus. Being self-centered do not kick in until you reach the 11 o'clock, the 11th hour, the 10th hour and 11th hour. The last 2 hours is when you're speaking ahead. You want to be self-centered, so we're going to meditate on self-centered. I think self-centered will help you identify where you at right now and where you're going. I think self-centered, if we can get you to understand the power of being self-centered, you will really understand the power behind I Am My Life Coach. My name is Adonis D. Johnson. I'm your self-empowerment coach as well as your transformation coach. I'm on the front line. I'm here to lead from the front, and one way I'm leading from the front is letting you in on what I'm doing and why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm on the battlefield too. I need things just like you need things. I hope that when you see what I'm doing and you hear what I'm doing, you take on the same measures. Why? Because success can be duplicated. Failure can be duplicated as well. When you look at your situations, if you look at your circumstances, if you look at your arrangement, I'm sure your bank account can use a little more money. I'm sure that your love, your emotions can become a little more smarter, right? Your mental can become a little more sharper. They say iron sharpens iron. But if no one ever identify with you and what battles you battle with, then how can you ever determine what it is you need from someone else when all they doing is speaking to you? This is not a public announcement. This is a personal announcement. When I speak, I'm speaking to me, for me, as well as for the Invisible Crown Army that we put together. We are a community. Thank you guys for joining. I hope y'all can see I'm working real hard to make this thing better. The better we become, the better we will do. Bigger, better, greater is the target. And that's all we want. We just want our share. We just want our piece. We just want to get in, right? And if they ain't gonna call us in, if they not gonna put us in, if they not gonna sit here, then guess what? We have to find an alternate route to make things happen for you. And guess what? I'm here too to make sure that things not just happen for you, but happen for me as well. Some people, they not praying for you, they're praying on you, praying that you continue to do what you have always done. And failures only do what failures do. That's give up. Losers only do what losers do. That's lose. Winners win, but we take full responsibility for everything. And what losers do, they blame everybody else for why they could not do what they could have done, right? But when they win, they want all the credit. They want all the glory. They want all the praise, and they want you to honor them. No, we're not going to do that. It's to God be the glory. He said this battle is not yours. It's the Lord's. So let God, the Lord, have his place in your life and watch he take you places that the people around you could not take you at all. Peace and blessings, everybody. Thank you for joining me, especially on this fasting first that's about to take place. Yeah. Y'all got that? I got that. Peace and blessings, you guys. That is the closeout. Trying to work this thing. Watch this. Bye.